Okay, so it's Tuesday night, and I didn't make videos for Saturday and Sunday. Monday's my day off, and here's my video for Tuesday. I have not gone out any of those 3 days. On Saturday, I ended up going to see an old college friend who was only in town for a day, and I had a really great time visiting with them, and I feel really good about that. And then on Sunday, uh, I guess truly I was scared. But I was also tired, but scared. And then today, I don't know. It was like a combination of scared and feeling drawn toward other things. I finished a drawing. I also which I started on Sunday. It's interesting because Sunday through today have been extremely creative days for me. I've written, like 5 songs, and I've been working on some music, like the backdrop, the music for the songs, and I did my first drawing, which took many hours. I learned a big. That's a good thing I can talk about. The lesson that I learned from this drawing, which is that, man, shit takes a long time. I've pretty much all of my creativity, aside from dancing, has been on the computer up until now. Music I did on the computer, design I've done on the computer, video I've done on the computer. And I've had this idea that there were like shortcuts, that was the thing with computers, is all these shortcuts. And I was never really able to find these shortcuts, but I just kept figuring that if I, figured out a little more, then the shortcuts would come. And this drawing really taught me that forget looking for the shortcuts, man. If you see something that looks really good, it took a long time. If not the execution, then the polishing and the distribution and whatever. It took a long time. So that's really great. I just I feel a lot of peace right now because I feel like I'm really living my dreams and doing what I want to be doing, and it's gonna just keep expanding, and that's it. The end. I can think about it and talk about it, but that's really it. So, for instance, with this new fear that I have, which is really a fear of opening my mouth, because what I really am, next time I go out, which I'm thinking right now will be tomorrow, but who knows, I'm just gonna have fun. I'm gonna open my mouth and interact with people and engage with people and compliment them and talk to them and give them lessons and give them hugs and bring my excitement level back up, because I feel that is really, that's what I'm scared of, is living at that level of excitement, because I've done that before, and it was intense, and I feel ready now, and at its own pace. And so what I'm seeing now is that got over the hurdle of actually street performing, and then there's just another hurdle waiting. It's like, you know 10, just like in hurdles, it's like 10 meters down the road there's just another hurdle. So I'm I'm okay with that right now, and I really feel good about the pace that everything is going, and it's been a really cool and interesting experience for me to be here by myself, because it's really enabled me to get into my own patterns, which I've never done in my whole life, because I don't have any, literally I have zero time commitments and no one that I live with, so I can just do whatever I want, and I'm really finding time disappearing. Who knows, I'm not assuming that will last, but for right now, I understand what Bashar talks about and this whole concept that in the fourth dimension there's no time, and truly that the only time is now and all this, because some days I wake up at 7 p.m. and some days I wake up at 7 a.m. and some days I wake up at noon and some days I wake up at midnight, and it's just, I don't really know. I'm losing at the moment sort of grasp of clocks and things like that, and I definitely feel, I just see it all around me, that this is what's coming for society at large, that the clock is gradually just going to fade. In terms of meetings and all that, that'll be what, holds it on for the longest amount of time, but that will eventually fade too, and synchronicity will just replace all of it. And this is what Bashar talks about, that the way his society works is it's just assumed that synchronicity will lead to everything perfectly. So I'm definitely beginning to feel that and see that, and I assume that the reason I'm beginning to see this is because it's a change that's happening in all of us, whether everyone else is necessarily feeling it or not is another thing. So anyway, so I haven't gone out, and I feel fine about it because I've been so creative, and I know that I'm building up to, face the next fear now. The last time it was like getting out there, I was terrified, and then I was terrified of the black kids making fun of me, and both of these things. Oh, you want me to just go out there? Fine, no problem. But now it's a whole new thing. Now I really want to interact with people, and not just be this sort of sideshow freak. I want to be a center stage freak and engage. So I'm really excited about that, and if I'm seeing anything right now, it's to stay excited about. There's like lots of stuff on my plate right now in a certain sense, and as I'm sure on your plates as you listen to this, and I am experimenting with. I'm just like being excited about the things on my plate because I actually want all of those things that are on my plate. So rather than being overwhelmed, like, oh God, da 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 da, even though they're the actual circumstances of things needing to be done and blah 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 are the same circumstances that in the past would lead me to react by being overwhelmed, but not now. So we'll see. I definitely feel peaceful right now. So that's that, and I will see you tomorrow. Ciao.